Hi, my name is Rene. I live in Cape Town, South Africa. Went to school in the 80s, a place called Mitchell's Plain. The word calling has shaped much of my life, and this word calling seems to emerge time and time again in our sacred text, in the lives of the many characters that we meet there. And we hear stories of how they were called to places, to people, to action. And so it's in this calling that God draws them from the state that they're in to a place where they can only begin to imagine. I think for me, becoming ordained was one of the most significant things that has happened to me in my life. It normally happens when the bishop comes and lays his hands on your head while you're kneeling in front of him. And I remember just as he laid his hands on me and prayed that God's Spirit would fill me, it was like there was this raging inside of me that was always there that suddenly just vanished. And I knew that I had done something important and significant and necessary in my own walk of my discipleship. A quote that I really love by Dan Jones, and he says, "What you see is not what you're looking at, but what you're looking with." I guess that's what I really love to do, is to try and be in places and position myself in conversations and explore together with people how we can see the world through a different lens, because we all come to the world with a lens and we're all biased towards that lens. But it is when we change these lenses through which we see the world that we begin to discover so much more. And so I guess the simplest way that I like to do that is to ask myself, what would I see if I looked at the story with my kindest eyes? I love questions, and one of my favorite questions is to ask people, so when you're at your best, what are you doing? So when I'm at my best, one of the things I'm doing is I'm involved with a group of people, helping them as a group or as individuals to find language, because I believe it's in creating new language. As we create new language, we actually are able then to create a new world for ourselves, and we create the space for all of us to exist in. And so that's really when I'm at my best. It asked me to say a little bit about why you should listen to me or why you should read what I write. I'd say don't. I don't have any significant reason why you should or you should. The reason I'm doing this is really because none of us can be faithful human beings, faithful disciples of Jesus. We cannot faithfully live alone. And so for us to hear stories and share lives with people who are very different from us, from different places and different life experiences, only serve to make us richer and make us able then to live a more faithful life.